Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Enjoy this presentation of the Jimmy Mack Healing Show.
Renowned medical, intuitive, and spiritual life coach. Visit www.jimmymackhealing.com.
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
All right. Hopefully we're there. Hi, everybody. Hey, Jeremy. Good to see you guys. Hey, everybody. It's Jimmy Mack coming to you live with another transmission and download the Jimmy Mack Healing Show. We're glad you guys are here. If you haven't already signed up and liked us and feel free to refer us, please do so. And of course, you can join us just by going to jimmymackhealing.com. You can sign up for our weekly e-newsletter, and all you need is your name and email address. And you'll get the schedule of shows like today. We do have a lot going on every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Of course, we want to bring you some healing and some messages from Spirit. So we're glad you guys are here. If you don't get in on today, look at Reverend Debbie Dean Spears' show this Thursday at noon, or Jeremy Riden show tonight as well. So yeah, so we're going to get to it today for sure. Hey everybody, my birthday is tomorrow, August 19th. I share it with Bill Clinton and Chandler from Friends and a lot of different unusual people. Kira Sedgwick, Kevin Bacon's gorgeous, brilliant, talented wife, is also August 19th. How cool is that? So kind of funny. So we're even going to do a sale tomorrow, always on the audio MP3s and all the books at 19% off in honor of August 19th. So if you haven't signed up for the e-newsletter, you definitely want to get on that, because that'll give you the code to get into the shop and go from there. So we're glad you guys are here. I know Jeremy is raring to go. We're going to take as many of the upticks as we can here, and the IMing and all that, and we'll answer your questions, of course, with messages and healing. So don't hesitate to reach out if we can help you and sign up. So all the happy birthdays, I appreciate that too. It's so sweet. Thank you. Jeremy, my friend, how are you? Good to see you today.
I am awesome. Happy birthday, Jimmy Mack.
Thank you.
The legend, Jimmy Mack.
So funny. I love
birthday
it.
Tomorrow.
That's right.
Jimmy, if someone wanted to send you a birthday gift online, can they do that through PayPal? What would they have to do?
Sure. info@jimmymackhealing.com.
So it's info@jimmymackhealing.com.
Yep.
And that's right there through a PayPal link where we can send you a gift.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, everyone out there. My turn, Jim. Everyone out there.
You're funny.
I want you to send Jimmy Mack a donation.
Send me $1.
Send him $1,
We'll
$5.
donate it for sure. Yeah.
No, we're not going to donate. We're going to give it to Jimmy Mack. Now, this is a replay. This replay is going to go on. I'm going to be sharing it. So sometime in the next 2 weeks in August, honoring the Leo that he is, send Jimmy a birthday wish, because I'm going to tell you, the stuff that you give Jimmy, the stuff that I get in my email box from you is truly a work of spirit. It's a labor of love. And I know there are a lot of fans out there that have been touched by you. So I'm going to send you something, and I'm going to encourage everyone else to honor this great man of spirit. And happy birthday, Jim.
There you go, buddy. I appreciate it. You're sweet for even saying that. It's awesome. Hey, I love having you on the show, because you have such great enthusiasm and energy, and really touching into spirit as well. Tell folks the best way to get a hold of you, to go private, have a private reading one-on-one.
Listen, you can get a hold of me by going to Divine Spark Ministries. It's right down below.com. And you can contact me right now. I have some donation-based readings going on. So if this is a perfect time to get in while that's still going on that contact form. Thanks, Jim.
Love that. Yeah, and thanks for being here, buddy. We appreciate it. I know coming up, we're going to have you on next month as well. And you know, the more we can kind of be in-house, the better for me. Certainly, we got a lot of folks. Reverend Tiffany helps us with, gosh, got to be about a dozen people on our channel now. It's a lot going on, so it's always good. So we're happy to have you here. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what's going on? You mentioned Lionsgate and all that. What do you foresee even for the month of August or the rest of the year? You flip some cards on that? That's what I thought.
2020, what a year. What a way to start a decade. It's not slowing down. It's not changing anytime soon. And what I mean by that, let's look at Leo season. Leo season's all about shining. It's all about speaking, stepping out. Yesterday, when I was on the Spiritual View show with Tiffany, I was telling people, ask yourself where you need to shine a little bit in the next 2 weeks. Where do you need to kind of, instead of being shy or reserved, if you've been thinking about, doing something creative, sharing your opinion on something, doing something that you can put on social media, stop holding back. The Lion says it's okay to get out there and shine. And wherever you have Leo in your astrology chart, that's the area you're meant to really stand out in. So if you don't know where your Leo is in your astrology chart, go to my website, Divine Spark, and I'll tell you where you're meant to really let your talent shine through. Now, what's going on with the rest of this year? We have Mars going retrograde September 9th all the way to mid-November. Mars is the planet of war going into Aries, the sign of war. And so this is a very intense energy, but it's retrograde. Anytime a planet's retrograde, Jimmy, this means that it's not the environment or people on the outside of the environment that is activating this. Retrograde means that this energy is flowing directly inside of you. What is the energy starting September 9th that's going to be flowing inside of a lot of people with that Mars retrograde in Aries? It's frustration. It's anger. This is not the time to tell your family off. This is not, you're going to want to. This is not the time to really, you're just going to have a short fuse. And so why? Because Aries is a lot of energy. But when something's retrograde, it means you don't get to always express that energy in a direct way. So a lot of people will feel like there's some frustration towards their goals and different things. And what I would tell you is if it's retrograde Mars, take the time to really do the inner work. So plan some inner goals, plan some time to really become more serious about your own spiritual growth, your soul growth. When we get into November, then you'll be able to execute these desires that you have. So redefine your desires for the next couple months. I would also say that some people will get like some frustrating news, like, maybe you got a loan and it's being held up. Maybe you got something going on and it should be easier done than what it is. God is saying, maintain your peace. No matter what problems are going on the outside, maintain a peace. And I'm going to let it go back to you, Jimmy. But if 2020 has taught us anything, is that anything can come our way. Day is night, night is day, up is down, down is, meaning anything can happen. But if you maintain your peace in spirit, if you maintain your peace in your heart, those problems are going to really work out a lot faster than trying to straighten it out just by your own physical strength.
Right. Very cool. Yeah, I agree with you. And, I was looking forward to 2020 until all this mess. It reminded me of the Roaring 20s and bathtub gin and at least having a good time. But I'm holding over till, 2021. When's that?
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I would assume around February, you're going to start seeing stuff. Even around December, you're going to start seeing things get better with vaccines and different stuff. And in the spring, you're going to definitely feel a lot better.
That's good. So that's something to look forward to for sure. Because
absolutely,
we definitely want to get in on that. So
absolutely,
bound to help us. Hey, everybody, feel free to write in IM us your questions for either reading from Jeremy or healing from myself.
I know there's people in here. There's people in here.
Like a lot of folks on there. So
I think there's Yvonne. Yvonne is saying from Ontario, can you give a reading for my husband? If you want a reading, since we're going to do the Destiny system, please put your birthday underneath your question. And that birthday will tell us in the Destiny system on what you need to do. So anyways, but yes, I'm being told by my producer, we'll do Yvonne's husband, but outside of that, we want to keep readings right to the actual person there. And that's because we want to honor people in their space. So right back to you, Jimmy. I'll let you go. Tiffany, if you'll send.
Yeah, she'll send somebody else or that up, and that's fine. We'll be glad to help with that as well. So if you haven't already texted in and IM'd in, please do so. Now, there's a lot of folks on the call today that'll want to get in, maybe have some questions. All right, here we go. Island Girl. All right, we'll see what that's all about. Will my back issue ever improve? Wow. Well, we'll start with cards, and then we'll see what we can do for you.
Well, Jimmy, why don't you start? Because I don't have her birthday. I can't do things without the birthday.
Yeah, Island Girl. So send us over your date of birth so Jeremy can deal with that. I get certainly your back will improve. I'll tell you what's helped mine over time. And this past New Year's, I was coming out the side door of my home, and my mother would say, and fell sprawling onto the cement. So that was a real thrill. There she goes. She's giving you the birth date now.
Yep, I see it.
My mother was Christmas Day, so that's really good. I'm happy to see you there, Island Girl. So the point is, I'm a back person from way back, and my father was too. A lot of people test for heat. You test for cold there, Island Girl. And also people will test for Epsom salts with lavender. Is she lavender or non-lavender? You're non-lavender, so anytime you can put Epsom salts lotion on that area counterclockwise, that's going to go a long way to help you out too. I got to see my little chiropractor every couple of weeks. She's a dream, and I'll be going this Thursday. And just to kind of get things lined up is very helpful. So keep that in mind as well. And we're sending you some healing right now. The other thing I would tell you too is, sleep is hugely important. Lots of rest, all that. And then some back exercises show up for you. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Well, Island Girl, I love that because I used to be a cruise director in the islands, and Jimmy's show used to always start off, don't worry about a thing.
Happy.
Be happy. Island Girl, you have reasons to be happy. You're in your Saturn period for the next 52 days. Saturn usually is the hardest time of the year for somebody. And so with the back issues, I could be concerned, but you got the best cards for overcoming physical problems. And so the issue for you right now is you need to tap into your creativity. There's a lot of indecision around you. There's a lot of, who should I be hanging out with? What's going on with my love life? What's going on with my future? So there's a lot of creativity, but a lot of indecision. Your back will actually improve if you can just get back to work. Even if you don't feel like it, find something to keep yourself productive. Find a way to get your mind off of all these questions by, doing something creative, either painting, singing, writing. You'll be getting out of that Saturn period here, like I said, within the next month and a half. But I would expect the back should even get better soon. Just kind of push through the pain. I'm not saying work so hard that your body hurts, but I'm saying if anyone's ever dealt with pain, and I've dealt with it, sometimes you got to still work in spite of the pain, and you may feel like it's so frustrating, but in your case, the work is going to keep you on track, and if you tap into that creativity, it'll loosen up a lot of that back muscle situation. Thank you, Island Girl. Keep watching, and also tonight, you can watch me at 8 p.m. right on the Goldylocks channel. I'm having Jacob Cooper. He has had he had a near-death experience like Jimmy, and he'll be a guest tonight explaining about that. God bless you, Jim.
Yep. And also, Island Girl, when I do sessions, especially healing for what my mother calls a terribly wealthy or terribly famous, back is always to me about feeling supported, or it's about money. And yours is not about money. Yours is about feeling supported. So anything you can do that would help you, whether it's fishing in more support, and we're just doing it for you now, and feeling more supported, go a long, long way of helping that back. So keep that in mind too. All right. We're glad you IM'd in. Thank you. And definitely send us your information. We'll get you on the show too. Lori is next. All right, Lori, you're next. May I have a reading? 8/21/58.
Oh, wow. She's got a birthday coming up right after you, Jim.
Yeah, that's right.
Happy birthday, Lori. And you said 1958?
Correct. 821 of 58.
821 of 58. And so we're just going to take a really quick look at you, Lori. Thank you for being very patient with me. And so, Lori, you're in your Neptune period right now for the next until your birthday time. And so this is actually all about work too. And so if there's anything foreign, anything with travel, anything like that, it can be very beneficial to you right now. What I'm looking at your chart though, real quickly, anyone born on 8/28 in August, these people are phenomenal in marketing, media, travel, getting a message out there. They're great at being able to relate to anybody. And so the only thing I want to give you a caveat on is because you're such a seeker of truth and constantly seeking truth, you may not allow yourself to ever rest in your truth. And I don't know if a lot of you out there understand this, but a lot of us that are in the healing fields or in the metaphysical fields, we're constantly digging deeper, 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 asking why, mm-hmm. that sometimes we're never able just to enjoy a layer of truth without digging deeper. Sometimes, many times, everyone listening right now, when you receive a truth that resonates with you, allow that truth to marinate in you like it marinates in a good piece of meat. And before you start looking around, jumping to the next reader, jumping to the next caller. So either way, these next few weeks are going to be really, really good for you. And thank you for calling. And we'll go over to Jimmy.
Yep, that sounds great, Lori. And definitely we both kind of suffer from that syndrome. It would be called what's next syndrome, right? And so definitely look into being in the now. And I really feel like this whole month is going to be great for all the Leos. So keep that in mind too. So, and thanks for writing in today. Gosh. All right. Anthony is next. Hi, Anthony. What's going on? 10/26 of 1987. There you go.
All right.
26. So that's about Scorpio-ish, I guess, somewhere in there. Just past Libra and running into Scorpio.
Definitely. And so I love Anthony. I love him. Anthony, right now you're in Uranus period. And so this means that for you, some unexpected things can happen that are actually good for your social media. It's really good for you if there's a party, if there's a get together to be around that. It's really about going into your creativity. So if there's something that you're not sure about, this is the time to journal. Journal your feelings, journal your ideas, journal what's going on in your heart. But it's really a really good time for you, Anthony, all the way up until September. Even right now, you can have some spiritual truth. It'd be a good time to get a reading from Jimmy because Jimmy's card, the 7 of clubs, shows up in this time period. You also could gain money right now in a partnership with someone unexpectedly. So if you do have money issues, I would suggest reaching out to Jimmy Mack and seeing what he could look at to give you advice on maybe some thing you can do to make more money. So really right now, all the way up to September, these next 2 weeks, expect really good things coming your way. Thanks for calling, or should I say texting in, Anthony.
Beautiful. Looks good. Thanks for that. That's amazing. All right. Yeah, reach out anytime, Anthony, if you want to get more specific to either one of us, and we'll spend some real time with you. Linnell is next. We know Linnell. Hi, Linnell. How are you? 8/9, so August 9th. Lots of Leos. That's amazing.
All these Leos are calling in. I'm loving it. All right, and it's 8/9, and what was
August
the day?
9th.
August 9th, and what was the year?
I don't think she has it there, but maybe you can come off of the Leo show, August 9th. Anyway.
So anyways, I got the 8/9. So anyone that's born on the 9th of any number, the 9 is about humanitarian work. It's about healing this planet through your music, through your writing, through your creative talents. 9 is the number of creation. 8 is the number of a builder making money. So you'll see a lot of Leos are able to have the good business because they have that 8 energy of money. Linnell, with that 8 and 9 together means that money for you is more of a means to help society. So even when you're making money, you're thinking, how can I use this to lift others up? How can I use this to expand my message of healing? And so it's a phenomenal thing. When I look into going to next year, you're going into, we look at the 5 and the 8. So you're still going into a 4 energy. So starting in January of 2021, you're going to be seeing that you're doing a lot of studying and working and creating that platform. You've already been working on your platform, but we will see that it will start really getting that into action. 2020 saw a lot of people having to sit down. 21 for you is really stepping up and really putting into place the ideas you've had for a while, which will always be in making this world a better place. Thank you so much, Linnell, and hopefully we'll see you tonight on Higher Realms.
That's right. Good job. Love that. Thanks, Linnell. Yeah, tune in to Jeremy again tonight. You get another message and from another reader on top of it all. Kayla's next. Hi, Kayla. How are you? Where are you from? Love a reading. That is October 1st of 1988. Very close to my youngest son. His is the 2nd, October 2nd, 1989. But hers is October 1st of 1988.
Well, I'm looking her up. What's your son like, Jimmy?
My youngest, he's very quiet, very Libra, wants everybody to get along, very loving, very kind, wicked smart financially. Yeah, he's a good kid, good father, all that, good husband. So I lucked out in the kid department, believe me. My oldest is, well, let's just say he's out of the country, works for the government. So that's all I'll say on that. But he's sharp too, military, of course. And they both married their high school sweethearts and had gorgeous children. So
isn't that awesome?
I tell everybody if I had a third, it would have been an axe murderer. So yeah.
What I like,
really good.
What I like, Kayla, is when Jimmy says that his son was really good in money and business. You are an 8 of diamond in the destiny system. This means you are used to having the attention, having the spotlight on you, being in control, being able to make money. So if you're not doing your own business, if you're not the leader in a corporation, you should be pushing yourself in that regard. Before your birthday right now, you're in Neptune, a very romantic period with the 4 of Hearts. So this tells me this is probably the best period of feeling love, if, either with your spouse or your partner, or if you're single with your friends, but your home environment is going to be very loving and supporting. What we see going into next year for you is really about tapping into your creativity. So you're going to be branching out, I would assume, into 2 to 3 directions. And a lot of this is about the universe saying to you, where is it that you want to go with your gifts now? So you're going to have to play around. You know, sometimes the universe says play. People don't understand this. We get so serious all the time that we don't understand that there's magic in just playing around, having fun, enjoying things. And so you can get more of a reading with me at a later date. But for now, it's a very loving time. For next year, it's a very creative time. And overall, you should always be looking how you can become the center, become rich, and also become powerful, because those are characteristics you're here to develop so you can help empower others as well. Thank you.
Love that. Yeah, Kayla, I got that note there. Also on constant headaches. You don't test hydrated, just to start right there. C1, C2, C3, C4, you're about C5 is out. I certainly would go to a really good local chiropractor if you could, have them use that little activator clicker on you. Hopefully one that does applied kinesiology where they push on your arm. If you've seen them do that, that's going to go a long way to make it a lot more accurate. I'm just releasing headaches right now as I speak with you, of course. So keep that in mind. Hydration, again, huge. That's what comes through more than anything. And also stress. You feel stressed out, releasing all that stress right now as well. And so we'll see what happens. Whatever you got to do to get past that. I've had them before. I call them eye closers. So I get what you're saying. You don't want to be in the perfect room at the perfect temperature and not talk to a soul. So I think we've all been there. So
with that, good. Jimmy.
All right. Thanks, Kayla.
Kayla, just real quickly, because you are dealing with headaches, that can continue next year. If what Jimmy says, if you don't manage the stress, The stress is coming because you're wanting definite answers, where the universe is saying it's not time for definite, it's more time for exploring. And so the indecision of trying to make the perfect decision is causing the headaches. And so relax, do all the stuff Jimmy says. But next year, I want you journaling every day, because that journaling is actually going to release a lot of the built up tension inside that head that you may not be aware of. Anyways, thank you. And we'll go on to the next caller, which I believe is Mimi.
Mimi. Yep. Hi, Mimi. We're glad you're here. All right. Get a true commitment from the man I'm involved with. All right. Date of birth, 7/30/78. And there's his date of birth, too. So
7/30. What was the year, Jim?
Hers is 7/30/1978, and his date of birth is 3/22/66.
Okay, so I don't have really time to go into relationship compatibility readings. If you would like a compatibility reading, you can go to my website, Divine Spark Ministries, and that's going to help you to be able to get a compatibility reading. But for this show, Mimi, I wanted to let you know several things. One, going into this year, it's about partnership and money, making money. It's a very, very powerful year for you in becoming more disciplined in your career, disciplined and determined to reach your career objectives. I would assume, Mimi, that by your next birthday, which would be, in July, when that next birthday comes around, I would assume that you're going to have quite a bit more money than you normally did. When that happens, I want you to send me a check. I want you to send my friend Jimmy a check. And then outside of that, though, where you get tripped up in relationships is you become somewhat of a martyr. So because you have such a need to help the people you love, that sometimes the people you're helping are not worthy of your love. And so I'm not saying this about the person you're with, but this can be friends, this can be people you're working with. So when you really start caring about somebody, the best thing you can do is ask a trusted advisor or ask somebody in your family that's got your back. Am I seeing this person with clear eyes? Explain the situation. This is how I feel about the situation. Am I wrong about this? Is this normal? There's nothing wrong if you can find a trusted advisor or friend to give off feedback to, because you have such a need to be needed and it feels good to help, that sometimes the blinders keeps you from really, you get disappointed because you give all your time helping someone that at the same time never really did the work or desired the help to begin with. Outside of that, phenomenal year for finances, for even partnering with someone in finances. And just reach out to me on my site and we'll look at the compatibility reading. Thank you so much. Back to you, Jim.
You got it. Yep. Very cool. So yeah, check that out, Mimi, because you want to go more in depth when it comes to that. I do get a touch of you got a whole lot of Cancer in you, or water sign, and you're homey and want to be at home, and your mate is got more of the Pisces trending, which means they can't make up their minds sometimes. So that's really what you're dealing with. So depending on what your interpretation is of a commitment out of that, whether it's we just agree that we're not seeing anybody else, live together, get married, have 3 puppies, or whatever it is. So. But yeah, we can go more in depth with that, of course. And Jeremy is great at that. So keep that in mind. All right. Let's see who is next here. Okay. Yvonne. November 21st, 1955.
1955. And it just takes me a few seconds, people, because I'm using a software system. So that's why there's a little delay.
We got it.
And so with that being said,
11:21.
Yep. I'm seeing this. And so let me get right into it. Now, what's funny, everyone out there listening, even if you're not getting a reading by me, just because Spirit directed you to this podcast, usually something being said to someone else will apply to you as well. And so, Yvonne, it's funny how you just appeared right after I was giving all the advice about sometimes, we become martyrs in love. Yvonne, when you're in love, there's a lot of, you have high ideals about love. You have high ideas about being in your relationship with your significant others. Sometimes that can lead to disappointment because reality and our fantasies don't always kind of coexist. But overall, I would just say to you is to give yourself more of a breather. You're going in your Uranus period all the way up until September 30th. So this is a good time for you to do parties, hang out with people. It's a great time for your social media. It's a great time for you to be a leader in helping children, young people. So this is a really good time to kind of see yourself as the entertainer, giving information. There is a sense that something unexpectedly can come as a loss, meaning something, nothing major, but there could be, something financially, a job or something where it looks like there's having to be a change. I would almost assume there's a change somewhere in your life of letting go. Its time is up. And that will be more clear when we get to your birthday. The way you need to act right now is whatever the universe takes out of our life. And this is a teaching moment for everyone. When the universe takes things out of our life, do not resist it. Do not fight it. Do not even be worried what it is. Getting in the flow of spirit is more simple. Getting in the flow of spirit is just like what Jimmy said, live in the moment. And if in the moment something is dissolving and you can't force your way to change that, you must say all things work together for my good because spirit is on my side. And so we can look more specifically what that change may be. You can go to my website, divinesparkministries.com, and hit the contact form. But you're still very going to feel a lot of love. And overall, it's a really, really good time. And I will turn it back over to you, Jim.
Yep. And so, Yvonne, on that note, the piece of loss doesn't come personal, health, work, job, careers. No, it's more of a real estate thing. So you might look at either moving or selling where you're at right now, or somehow moving, or you might have an opportunity to change up residence. So, keep that in mind too. That's what shows up. So there you go.
And me and Jimmy don't talk. And what I love about Jimmy being the real psychic that he is, I said that was in your Uranus period. Uranus rules real estate. So
there you go.
Right on the money.
I tell everybody whatever comes through. So
I love it.
I love it. Deborah's next, 11/25/74. Hey, Deborah, thanks for the birthday wishes. You're so sweet. I told Sandy I'm going to need a secretary for my secretary just to write everybody back and say thank you for the birthday wishes. I love that. So November 25th there, Jeremy, of 1974 for Deborah. So very cool.
Deborah, really quickly, you're in the Uranus. What's funny is like the last 5 people have all in Uranus period. Well, you've all been Leos, a lot of you, but some of you have been something else. But
I think she's Sag. So
yeah, she's Sag. So that fire sign. Either way, what's going on is right now you got one of the best energies for conquering your career goals if you can kick up your ambition. This is the time to work. I want you to take the next 4 weeks and try to get 4 months done. And some people say, oh, that's a lot. But that's the kind of energy you're under right now. If you can get I am ambitious to go after my goals. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to focus on it. I am the CEO of my life. I am the boss of my decisions. You get that kind of entrepreneurial spirit about you, even if you're working for someone else and let's say your goals have something to do with the house. Doesn't matter what the goal is. What it is I need you to roll up your sleeve and say, okay, I am a tough MFer and I'm going to get it done.
Awesome. There you go, Deborah. Hope that helps you narrow it down, honey. And you got a lot of Sag going on. And, there's sometimes Sag. It doesn't work that hard. You're from what my Jewish friend calls the workers. And my oldest is Sag, too, and he's a goer. So you're just almost like the Energizer Bunny, they're saying. You're going to power through whatever shows up anyway. So I wouldn't sweat anything. And like Jeremy said, for the creative folks like us, it's rough. Some days you want to sleep for 3 days straight, and the next day we want to work for 3 days straight. And I think that's just part of the whole peace. And so if you're listening or watching this show, I mean, you're already going down the yellow brick road anyway. So there you go, Deborah. Great message from Jeremy. Thank you. All right. Sarah is next at August 27th, 1979. I think she just made it into Virgo, but we'll give her a Leo for today. How about that? 8/27/79, Sarah.
All right, Sarah. Thank you for calling the Jimmy Mack
Message for marriage, she said, please.
Message from marriage. Okay. Well, you know, how would I say this? So several things are going on. One thing going on is, just as I said before, a lot of the ladies calling in today, or calling in, I'm used to blog talk, people that are writing in today, a lot of you are your idealism in your marriage. And so there's nothing wrong with idealism, but it's got to be, you got to give the man a break a little bit. And you got to be able to have a little bit of what's more realistic and look at so for example, a man not bringing you flowers, but does he always make sure that your car's running good and that you're taken care of? And so it's looking at your partner and saying, how do they love me in their way, and appreciating the way that they love you, not necessarily how you think you want to be loved, because a lot of times the two are different. I would also say, you would want to work on your feminine energy, because you have a lot of masculine, you got a lot of feminine energy, but you also have a little bit of a masculine energy that likes things your way to get things done and ambitious. So you want to say in the marriage, am I still allowing my husband to be the husband? Am I still allowing the man to be the man? And so all those ladies that are listening, I'm not saying that the man should control you. I'm not saying that the man should rule you, but I am saying there's a yin, there's a yang, and I do a course from the boardroom to the bedroom. And so if you're a powerful woman, but it seems like you're having trouble in the marriage, go to divinesparkministries.com, because the way you run your marriage is not the way you run your business. The two are different. But you should be fine, sweetheart, because you're in right now your Neptune period. But this whole year, you've had a 3 of hearts, which means you've been questioning the marriage. This whole year, you've been wondering, is this going to happen? Is something dying? Am I losing something? So I know there's a lot of stress in that regard. Whatever's going on, though, God will be showing you definitely what is happening before your next birthday. You're in a 6 of spades. 6 means fate, fate, fate. Fate will bring something about one way or the other in your life in the next few weeks. And then also, I want you watching your health, because your health can really suffer right now with all that worry, with all that fear. Don't give in to fear. Don't give in to worry. What I want you simply doing is just trusting spirit and talking to spirit and journaling. I always tell people to journal, because there's things that are locked into your subconscious mind. The answers that we look for have to be released through some type of system that helps us connect to our intuition. Automatic writing is that system to help you get over the logical mind and move into the spiritual. If you have more questions, you can reach me at my website. To you, Jim.
You got it. Yes, Sarah. And keep in mind, too, my youngest daughter-in-law is Virgo, and I love her because she's always looks like she got spray-painted makeup. The house is immaculate. The thing you got to guard against on Virgo is chasing the next shiny thing.
Absolutely.
So keep that in mind. You might lock this man down or get engaged, and then you're thinking, oh my God, I don't know about all that. And then you might see other men at a bar or whatever once they open things up again. So keep that in mind. And Jeremy's spot on the point of that. In other words, what is their communication of love to you? If they're not bringing you flowers, but like you said, the car's always filled up and maintained, that's their version of flowers. So we are only men after all. And so give us a break on that. And if he's got 8 out of 10 things, you probably need to run with that. Whoever he is, he tests strong for you. So if you don't have him now, he's going to be showing up here in a little bit. So that's a good thing. So keep us posted on that. Join us anytime. Reach back tonight for Jeremy for more at 8. Go ahead.
And everyone that's a Virgo, go to my YouTube site. My name's right here, Jeremy Riden. Type it in YouTube. I teach astrology for free on there. I just did an article, a video on Virgo. It goes something on what the sole purpose of being a Virgo and why the Virgin is probably the best lover in the zodiac. So if you're looking to make the sex life better. And if you're looking to figure out why God put you as a virgin Virgo, you want to watch that video.
Awesome. Too funny. Hey, thanks for that, honey. We appreciate you tuning in.
Well, the virgin doesn't mean like what people think, Jim.
Yeah, that's probably the opposite of all that. They're down for whatever. I know. That's awesome. Anna is next. She is November 8th, 1959. Hey, Anna, that's slap dab coming up on the Scorpio side of November there. So she wants to ask if my finances will improve anytime soon. I get a whole lot of yes. Thank you. November 8th, 1959. Much gratitude. Anna, I definitely get your finances will improve soon. 30, 60, 90, 120 days. Certainly, we're in August now, September, October, November, December. So it's almost like January, they're showing me tumbling the locks, the gym locks, used in high school or whatever, and it goes click. And so that's what happens in January for you. So I think that's a really, really good piece. I'll let Jeremy fill in the gaps there.
This girl is on fire. Woo! Anna Badana. You are getting ready to come into money. But let me say something here real quick. You got to, like I was telling a couple of the Sag lady a little while ago, you got to start getting ambitious about your own business, about your own money, how you're going to make that money. When we get into September 15th, that's how accurate I'm going to be. In September 15th, you go into what's called being able to sell anything, persuade people in anything. The finances become a lot more solid. So if you're saying to me, well, I don't sell anything, well, I'm giving you 3 weeks. You figure something out, because you're going to be able to make money selling something and promoting something. And someone looks at me and says, what should I sell? What should I promote? You should always sell yourself. You should always promote yourself. I don't care if you're buying a car. I don't care if you're buying a blouse. I'm not buying from, you can say the features, this and that. You're buying from the salesperson. And if people believe in you, then they're going to want whatever you got. And if you are not doing a business, why not? Why not? I mean, you should be doing something. Everyone right now, listen to me. 21st century, I don't care if you work at a 9 to 5 somewhere else. Everyone, one of the things that are happening in the future is everyone must become their own entrepreneur. Why? Corporations don't give a about you. They will fire you. They will get rid of you in a heartbeat. But if you got something you can sell on the side, you're never at the total mercy on whether a company's going to suddenly be compassionate. Back to you, Jim.
Yep. And I would add to that, I feel like it may not be you, Anna, but it's somebody you might be able to work with them or help them in some capacity.
Absolutely.
And so I don't know that it's all on you as much as you're going to be helping some immediate, closer to you family member that may actually need the help, and you can both profit off of that.
Yes.
So definitely keep that in mind. Yeah. And that's going to show up for you pretty quick here. So keep that in mind as well. So we definitely see you improving on that. And just remember that. Very cool.
If you're listening to this, anybody, whether it's now or 10 years from now, if you're wanting to be in business for yourself, but you don't know how to do it, go to my website, divinesparkministries.com. I help people learn what's the best career for them. Jimmy got yesterday $1,000 tip from a client.
Wow, I love that.
And why? Because she was able to make $3 million in the last 3 months. And so I would have preferred 10%, but hey, anything's better than anything. I think we got, anyways, thank you, Anna. I think we got Bruce coming up next.
Yeah, I got, she's training for insurance agent. Yeah, I see that happening for you very near future, Anna. So keep that in mind, especially as you mentioned, middle of September. Also, January is huge for you. It's like you start on a whole nother path. So keep that in mind too.
But look at that. She's training for insurance.
I think also insurance agent. I think also what comes up is you're really promoting, like I said earlier before you mentioned that, somebody or something else. So that's what you're doing, is you're going to be working for, the company per se. Gary Vaynerchuk is very famous, and he would also say, what's your side hustle? So if you are working from 9 to 5 on your insurance, that leaves evening, at least from, let's say, 7 to midnight, to be doing something else. So I don't care if you want to sell Beanie Babies on eBay, Amazon, whatever it is. figure out your side piece as well and consider that as well. Or what they're showing me is you're going to want to maybe highly specialize in the insurance piece. I have a good friend. All he does is that the healthcare, the Obamacare, the whatever you call it, the managed care kind of stuff. And boy, is he busy from the time they turn that switch on, probably in October, through the rest of the year. He stays beyond busy. So, and he's got Personality Plus. So that's great. And that will help you as well. So thanks for writing in. All right, Bruce is next. And that looks like almost a January baby there, 1/23/59, Jeremy. So January 23rd, 1959. He says, can you make a suggestion or two so I might drop bad habits which are impeding my forward momentum and happiness? Well, we'll see what comes up for Jeremy on January 23rd.
So I love this question, Jim. I love. Thank you, Bruce. Why do I love this question? Because, and I'm gonna get bold. I think it's my testosterone energy going up with all these beautiful ladies watching the show. So many people want a reading, but nobody wants to do the work what the reading says. Meaning, I don't care how many. I love the angels. I love the ascended master. I know I'm gonna get trouble here, Jim. I love them all, but the bottom line is you're here to do the work. And then I love how Bruce is saying, what can I do to stop sabotaging myself? Most people sabotage themselves. They continue to do the same pattern over and over again. I can appreciate someone saying, shoot me straight. Tell me the truth. The truth that set me free. So, Bruce, with you, what's interesting, you're in a 9 of spades time frame this year, which is all about endings. It's all about letting go. What is holding you back? What the big problem is with all these bad habits is you haven't mastered the emotional maturity to not allow your emotions to throw every other aspect of your life off. So this is where we talked about law of attraction, positive thinking, all these things that the New Thought talks about, Bruce. It really is you starting to monitor your thoughts. When you start feeling bad, sad, mad, instead of staying in that zone all day long or for 3 hours, be more aware of what your emotional temperature is. And when it's starting getting overheated or it's getting lazy, you take control of that thought. The scripture says, casting down every imagination that goes against my goals and my dreams. So when you start having ideas that are causing you to want to go do anything else that would hinder your goals and dreams, take charge of that thought, say no, and reframe it, replace it with a more positive thought. I am going to turn you over to Jimmy. The good news, though, for you is once we get into October 9th, for the rest of the remainder of the year, you go into a very wonderful vibration of protection of money, being able to connect to your higher power, being able to get your message, define your goal. So being able to get more goal focused and become more structure around money, that's coming your way. But always just ask yourself, how can I become more emotionally empowered with what I'm thinking and feeling? Thank you, Jim.
Love it. Yeah, and I would add to that, Bruce, April of next year tests ridiculously strong for you in a good way. So keep that in mind. Something's going to show up really fabulous. And and as far as the bad habits and things go, make every effort to kind of switch hard left back to whatever it is you need to work on. Often, especially even in the bad habit pieces, my mother used to say, what does it really matter anyway? And will this matter 5 or 10 years from now? And you know the answer to that. Chances are, unless it's, a birth or a death or a marriage or something pretty huge, it's not going to matter 5 or 10 years from now. But let's get you back on track. Definitely, think of each day as not so much Groundhog Day, but that opportunity to redo, even if yesterday was a total wash. So keep that in mind and just be persistent. I tell everybody at the end of this broadcast, even that the rest of your life, may the rest of your life be the best of your life and make progress every day. So that's what you got to keep in mind, Bruce. You don't, my mother would say, it comes through a lot today, that Rome wasn't built in a day. So just do a little bit every single day You're going to wind up okay no matter what. You know, they have those memes, Jeremy, on Facebook says, what would you have told your younger self? What would you have told your teenage self? What would you have told? And it's like, shut up. I would have said, just no matter how bad everything gets and how you feel like a death is a setback or you lost everything or whatever, just know you're going to be fine.
I love that.
I wish somebody had told me that. I wish somebody I could trust had told me that. So there you go.
You know what I wish that someone would have told me, Jim? Mm-hmm. I wish someone would say, Jeremy, stop looking to everyone else and lead your own life.
I love that.
And so many times, and it's normal when you're young in your 20s, we're always looking for that spiritual leader, that boss that believes in us, that person that believes in us. Bottom line, folks, people are too busy worrying about their own issues to really believe in you. So you believe in you, you live your life, you lead your life in spite of what everyone else is saying. And I promise you'll have less regrets when we cross over.
Love that. Yeah, late 80s, you can laugh over my wife at the time, and I went to Puerto Rico, and there was this card reader. He did astrology, numerology, all that. And I thought, well, we'll see what he has to offer. And he said, I see you doing this just like me, only in a healing capacity. And I was like, there's no way. And it was in the 80s, right? And so that's what this guy saw for me. And so sure enough, and at the time I was on a whole nother direction of, money and women and whatever, and just craziness. So, but all that shifted around, as they say, the wheat separated itself from the chaff, and here we are. So
look how good you look, Jimmy.
Yeah, see, and I turned out okay. That's right.
We need the Jimmy healing, folks. He doesn't look his age. Nothing wrong with looking old, but Jimmy, you look good.
Thank you. You're sweet. Peanut is next. February 2nd, 1954. Hi, Peanut. Welcome.
I love that.
We're glad you're here. I love that.
I love that, Peanut.
February 2nd.
Okay, real quick, Peanut. You've been under Jupiter for a month, so this has been really good for your career. It did show there might have been another ending this last few weeks for you and something, or a change, something changing, but that's going to work in your favor. Overall, Peanut, when I look, it's all good. Right now, things are really looking good for you. Kind of focus on work and career right now. You kind of already focus on work and career. Peanut, what usually happens is these souls, usually it feels like if they focus on their marriage or the relationships, the work suffers. Mm-hmm. If they focus on the work, then it feels like the relationship suffers. So there can be a belief inside of you that you can never have both at the same time. That's a false belief. You can have both. But right now, for these next few weeks, continue to look at work. If we need to look at your relationships, you can go to divinesparkministries.com, and we will help you be able to balance that so you're not feeling like one part of your life is suffering at the expense of another.
There you go. And yeah, whatever you've had experience in this past month, it tests strong as new beginnings. So don't think of it as a horrible thing. I think it's going to work out in your favor, by the way. Twyla is next at, looks like November 9th, 1968. Hi, Twyla. Thanks for writing in. She's wondering if there's any positiveness coming in my relationship. Ooh, all right. Her birthday is November 9th, 1968. Thanks, Twyla.
So that's a great question.
It is. It's open-ended.
And that's I like that. And I want people, when you call the Jimmy Mack show, put down your birthday and the actual question you would like insight into. Tonight, you can also learn about Jacob Cooper and the near-death experience that he experienced and his teachings on the afterlife. But for you, Twyla, here's the situation, and I'll put it right out there to you. You have one of those souls that loves to be in connection with others. You love teamwork. You love collaborating. But the fear, when someone is such a people-oriented person and someone cares about people so much, there's always an underlying fear that they're going to end up alone. I'm going to end up alone. I'm going to lose somebody. No one's really going to stay with me the whole time. So there's a lot of I don't want to say irrational fears, but whatever's going on with this relationship, this is something that you're going to have to work on in the future, realizing that your worst fears of ending up alone are more of an inner projection and not an outer projection. And so let's work on moving towards faith that no matter what happens, and I'm not even looking at your relationship right now, but I'm going to tell someone, I'm going to slow down. I want everyone to hear this. No matter if your relationship works or doesn't work, and I know this sounds hard for everyone listening, you're always loved. Love will always come to you, and love will always be with you. And we have to understand that we're always loved, whether I stay married or divorced. Lovers are all around me, whether it's with one or a couple or many. I'm always going to be provided for. And I'm going to turn it over to Jimmy. Twyla, you are going to be okay, but work on that inner fear that, you're scared of, because you don't want to be, you could be in a relationship for the next 50 years and still be worried about these types of questions. And that just ruins the relationship, the energy of it. Back to you, Jim.
You got it. Yeah, and they're usually very comfortable with themselves, Scorpio. And the thing you'll always have to guard against, of course, in your relationship, regardless of who that is romantically, is not wanting to hold a grudge or scorch the earth out from underneath them forever if they, do you wrong in some way. So the positiveness is everything you can probably infuse into it, Twyla. So keep that in mind too. And because we are only men after all, we need to kind of be prodded and coaxed and told we're eating Italian tonight instead of just making suggestions. So you got to be pretty straightforward with us. All right, Georgia, no specific question. September 4th, 1956. Hi, Georgia. I like
Georgia
with you. I love it.
Georgia. Georgia on my mind. All right, Georgia, really, I just want to let you know that from here until your birthday, you can actually have what I call union with a divine spirit. So this is a time where you can really connect to your higher power, to really have spiritual experiences, psychic experiences. So it's a really spiritual time for you, but it's also a time to really communicate. So whatever you've been wanting to communicate, this is the time to step up and see yourself as a leader, sharing information, whether that's professionally, romantically, or in your friendships. It's time for you to let your voice be heard and share the things that you've been thinking and feeling about, and to share your knowledge with the world. And while you're sharing that knowledge, higher downloads from spirit will come. I would also say, Georgia, this is a great time before your birthday to connect with Jimmy Mack, because Jimmy Mack's the 7 of club in the Destiny system. He is in your Neptune period. He's the one that can connect you to a higher spirituality. So I would set up a time with him to talk one-on-one and see what kind of downloads you guys can come up together. Namaste.
Thanks, Georgia. Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah, and Reverend Tiffany, if you could put up the link, not for the back end, of course, but for folks for tonight for Jeremy's show, what link do they click on for that? I know we don't call a phone number anymore, so if you can pop that up whenever you get a chance for his show tonight. I believe that's 8 p.m., right, Jeremy?
Definitely, 8 p.m.
8 p.m., okay. So if we didn't get to you today, folks, definitely get on Jeremy's show tonight. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we're going to have the link here for you to click on. You can come back to this same channel, of course, at Goldylocks. Scroll through, and you're going to find Reverend Jeremy Riden's show as well. So thank you, Jeremy. Always a pleasure. I appreciate you, my brother.
Happy birthday. Once again, I got a little time. I see the clock there, Jimmy. If you love Jimmy Mack, you share a testimonial on Facebook with him. If he's got PayPal, you send him a little birthday offering, and also keep Jimmy the kitty. His kitty is missing, and we want to keep that in prayer that his kitty will come back. Yes, we want thank you. All you healers out there, all you lovers out there, Jimmy's like, hurry up, Jeremy. No, I'm not. You want to tell Jimmy we love him, and so just send all your big vibrations on Jimmy's special day tomorrow. Tomorrow's his birthday.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. And thanks again, Jeremy. Everybody, if you didn't get in today, lots of folks still waiting to get in. Go for Jeremy's show, 8 o'clock tonight. He'll give you an awesome reading, and of course, you might get a message from Spirit from his co-host as well. Want to wish everybody the rest of your life will be the best of your life.
of your life.
Remember to make progress every day. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.